Welcome back to Boar's Physical Media. I'm Vanessa and he's Charles. And we have a movie review for you, and it is a Shout Studios, and it's number 194 in the line. And this actually comes out
this Tuesday.
Yes. And it is Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow in 4K. In the back. And there is disc artwork. So this stars Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Angelina Jolie. Even though Angelina Jolie is not in the movie very long, but she still is a big star in this. So pretty much what this is about a New York reporter who is Gwyneth Paltrow's character, and she is Polly Perkins. And she has like this little, I guess, ongoing back and forth with Sky Captain Joe Sullivan, who is Jude Law. Well, the beginning of this movie, she ends up meeting with a scientist, and he is trying to get her to kind of hide things from a certain scientist who is trying to take over the world and pretty much build like a Noah's Ark, and then go up to space and literally wipe the Earth off the face of the planet. And that's pretty much what this movie is about. And of course, his way of dealing with, I guess, the people on Earth is to build a bunch of robots. And now all these robots are coming, to New York and all these places. And of course, Joe Sullivan is trying to, defeat them all. And turns out that this has actually been happening more often than the actual world knows about, because the company that Joe works for has been keeping it hidden in secret for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. You have Angelina Jolie, who plays Frankie. Kind of looks like a pirate.
Yes.
So she's wearing an eye patch.
Yeah.
But he was kind of messing around with her.
At the same time, he was messing around with Gwyneth Paltrow.
I guess the best of both worlds, I guess. But,
and get a blonde and a brunette, I guess.
But she's part of what, the service?
Yes, and it looks like a boat up in the sky. So kind of like how Avengers has that one, like the Quinjet, I think that's what it's called, that's up in the sky. It kind of reminds you of that.
But these planes that they drive, even Jude Law's character can go underwater. Come out. Jolie's character is really cool because she went underwater. Anyway, of course, she ran into the robots that were underwater that was trying to kill Sky Captain more than any of them.
Yep.
Because he was the
main star.
Yeah. So she kind of gave herself up for it, sacrificed her plane, but when she shot up, she had like a jetpack on her back. So that was really real cool when she shot up into the air, right back up onto her landing up in the sky. So this is a cool, very cool movie.
Yes.
I remember seeing this back in the day. Not a lot of people like this movie. I don't know why. I rather enjoyed it. I'm not a big Jude Law fan by any means.
No, he's not.
I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow that much either. I do like Angelina Jolie. She was not in it that much, but the time that she was in it, she did have a big impact on the movie. Obviously, because she came in to help Mr. Sky Captain himself. And there's different battles throughout the movie, which leads to the climax, which is I like the way it ended.
Yes.
So, but
because they end up going to this island, and a little tidbit for you, because I can say this because this movie's been out for so long, that the island that they actually go to, when they're underwater, they see a boat called the Venture, and it's got this big old huge cage on it. And if you guys remember from the original King Kong, that is the ship's name, and that cage seems like it was supposed to hold King Kong. So that's a little tidbit for you. So I'm wondering if that's the original island where King Kong is from.
And another one was when they're fighting in New York with the robots and stuff. If you look off into the distance, you can see Kong climbing up the side of the buildings.
Yep.
That's very cool too. This movie is actually based on a 6-minute short film. So
which the same director who directed this and wrote this also wrote and directed that short film as well.
And it obviously turned into a budget movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was done well. It's actually a Paramount movie,
Mm-hmm.
which Shout Select got, not Kino Lorber, which I thought was very weird because Kino Lorber seems to get all the Paramount flicks, and they did not on this one. I'm going to let her read the special features, and we're going to go into depth on how the transfer looks, and yeah.
Yep. Okay, so this one is your 4K. It has a new 4K transfer from the 35mm digital negative. It is presented in Dolby Vision. Audio commentary with director Kerry Conran, production designer Kevin Conran, animation director Steve Yamamoto, if I pronounce it wrong, I apologize, and visual effects supervisor Darren Hollings. Audio commentary with producer John Avenet. Disc 2 is your Blu-ray, so obviously you have the new 4K transfer from the 35mm digital negative. You have 2 audio commentaries as detailed under Disc 1, so you get both those commentaries on the Blu-ray. Brave New World, 2-part look at the making of the film, The Art of World of Tomorrow featurette, Anatomy of a Virtual Scene, the original 6-minute short, and deleted scenes, gag reel, and theatrical trailers.
Here you got 2 full-length trailers, a teaser trailer. I actually watched the 6-minute film, so it's pretty much that the 6-minute film is in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's extended a lot longer. This movie is, what, an hour and 40-some minutes?
I think so. Have you
Hour and 47 minutes. It actually goes off like an hour and 36 minutes because then you got the credits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this does have DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, and it also has the original 2.0 stereo soundtrack. I cranked this one up a little bit because I wanted to have like the Dolby Atmos kind of effect, even though it didn't have Dolby Atmos. The 5.1 did its justice as far as the DTS signal, I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you could hear everything going around you. You heard dialogue clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it probably could have benefited from Dolby Atmos.
I agree, especially with the robots
and
plus
the
planes and then
yeah.
her underwater, like everything. It definitely would have benefited from having Dolby
Yeah, it
Atmos.
definitely would have been cool when she shot up out of the water with the jetpack. You would have heard that the whole way up into the ceiling, up until where she landed on her boat in the sky. That would have been cool, but I cranked it up a little bit. It sounded really good. You heard everything. You heard all the booms. You heard all the bangs. You heard all the dialogue.
Right, you didn't have like the issue of the music overpowering the dialogue either, which is really good.
It was mixed very well, pretty evenly. Now, transfer was awesome because you got, it's like a Noir type movie. If I compared it to like Sin City, that style of look in a movie. You had the black and white. You had the
earth tones.
The earth tones and
the blues you saw when they were up where it was like snowy and ice. Like it was a mixture of all those kind of combined together.
When it was like in the Noir brown earthy type tones, I liked the way the coloring was. Then you got to the brighter parts where it has like the mountains from behind or the crystals and whatnot. It really brightened up. But the transfer was just awesome. That's all I can say. It was freaking awesome. It was done well by Shout from beginning to end. It's not one of those movies that will blow up with colorful, because it's not a very colorful movie.
No.
But the color scenes that are in it, they really shine bright. Once again, it all depends on how bright your TV is also. But just the black and white and then the earth tones and the different colors, it hit perfect. The black and white, I love seeing black and white in 4K because it's just cool. I knew this movie when it was going to get released that it was going to look damn good on an OLED, and it definitely looks really good on an OLED. Actually, I'd say great on an OLED. This is probably one of the best 4K transfers I've seen in this type of movie, and probably since the Universal Monsters collection.
Yeah.
You remember how good those black and white
They did. They looked really
transfers
good.
look. This one you get all kind of different colors in it, backgrounds, everything. It's like brightness, dullness, noir, anything that you can think of thrown into this movie. It was that. Action from beginning to end. You have the love affair between obviously Polly Perkins and Jude Law's character, and then you had Frankie, who was also thrown in the mix as the third partner for 3 months totally.
Yeah.
From what Jude Law said when they got into the argument, because he had a feeling the entire movie that Gwyneth Paltrow, Polly Perkins' character, sabotaged his plane. You find out
during that time that they were out there.
You find out that she did. So he said, "Well, I've been screwing around with Jolie's character, Frankie, for 3 months."
Yeah.
So.
But I think that's the reason why, because she knew that he was, and I think that's the reason why she sabotaged his plane.
But so you get a dark-haired woman, you get a blonde-haired woman. So I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I had never seen it before. I have heard of it, and I wanted to see it. I just never got around to it. I am happy that we have this in our collection. I can definitely tell you that. This was definitely a movie I can definitely see watching over and over again.
It's one of those movies eventually you're going to watch again, because you're probably going to miss something different. But just to watch it on the screen is cool. I seen this movie in the theater back in the day, so it wasn't obviously as great as now what movies are now.
Right.
But to see it on a 4K TV, a big difference in the picture, let alone how you feel about the movie from back then till now. My view hasn't changed. I liked it back then. I really like it now because of what I've seen on the screen in front of me. I was just sitting there enjoying the movie for what it looked like.
Yeah.
So would I recommend Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow to pick up? It comes out this coming Tuesday. Would I recommend it? Yes. Wouldn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Unfortunately, it does not have a slipcover. Not all Shout Select titles do. Do not let that deter you away. Regardless, it's still a great movie. You're buying it for the 4K transfer.
Yes.
Now, presentation, 5 out of 5. The transfer was excellent. The sound, I would give a 5 out of 5 also. Crank it up just a little bit. It feels like you're watching a Dolby Atmos movie.
Right.
Special features, you got all kind of different special features. I don't know if any of these are new.
I don't believe any of them
are new, but that doesn't deter my score. I give this movie a 5 out of 5 regardless. I can't even knock it down just because there's no new special features. I've never seen these special features, so they're new to me, so I can't knock the grade down. So 5 out of 5. It's well worth day one pickup. I recommend this. You can get this at Shout. That will be linked down below.
And you can get it on Amazon.
And you can get it at Amazon also. So that is our review on Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, starring Jude Law, starring
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, I always forget that woman's name. And Angelina Jolie. Thank you, Shout. Great movie. Please, guys, if you like watching what you just watched, please subscribe, share our videos, like our videos. That definitely helps. See you guys on the next one.
Bye.